the game we have coming up here. A top 10 team perhaps walking right into a trap. As any fan of college football knows, when you go on the road, you never know what you might run into. Syracuse will kick off and we'll be underway. Here's the return from inside his 10. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. The Nittany Lions offense will get the first swing of the game. Blowouts in rivalry games can be the result of a number of factors. Sometimes teams start pressing. Sometimes it just gets away. Sometimes they didn't have the right mindset. The last time they got together, lopsided. What happens this time, David?
But either way, last time affects this time because all you've heard about is we weren't even competitive. This is a rivalry game, a big-time game. We didn't show up. We dishonored our previous teams and squads, and we've got to do better. That's all they've heard coming into this game, Bob.
Yeah, David, I think that was the story the last time these teams played. One team handled the emotion of the game better than the other team. You've got to be able to play within yourselves and play one snap at a time. That last game got away from the losing team. I don't expect that to happen today.
The Nittany Lions can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. From the gun, the running back looking for room. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down.
I think it's really important for this offense. They get this guy going early in the game, and they're doing a nice job of that right now. Remember, he's the kind of running back who gets better as the game goes on. That's a really good omen for this offense, considering his success now early.
Catch in the middle, it's Martin. That's about as close as you can get to that marker, and it will be second and just a few breaths away from the first down. Looking to fire. Now improvising. Trying to escape and get it himself. He saw just enough daylight to move the sticks and get it done with his legs. And the Nittany Lions have it with a 1st and 10. To the air on first down. Quickly to the tight end. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is.
Holding.
They say you could call holding on every play. Well, they did on that one. Bunch formation for these receivers. Snap in the shotgun. Got his man. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. We'll see if the offense can move the chains after that incompletion. Got a man. It's Martin. Working their way closer and closer. A third down conversion, and they've got it at the 20.
You know, it's a nice throw by the QB there. When you're throwing to running backs, you got to make it easy on them. So you want to put it right on their body, make the catch simple, and let them go to work like they did just there, getting that first.
They'll snap it from the 26 on first down. Just keeps slinging it. Flips it out on the screen. Breaks into the open. They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion. Lots of good stuff on that play. You slow down the rush, you get a completion, and you move the chains.
And most importantly, you're right. You don't force a short yardage situation that you have to get. Nice job. Invite that rush up the field. Take advantage of the aggressiveness of the defense.
And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Nittany Lions.
The offense goes as he goes, so really no surprise on the opening drive. They keep feeding him the football. He showed you all of his ability on that TD.
They get set for the point afters. We have the first score of the game. And the extra point makes it 7-0. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd.
7, Syracuse, 0.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. So the Syracuse Orange will go on offense for the first time. And, Jesse, this is going to be a fun test. This receiver, if you leave him in man coverage, you might be in for some trouble.
And so when you get him in the one-on-ones, you got to throw his way. He's a really good route runner. He can catch the football. And then when the defense decides to double cover and take him away, that's when you go somewhere else with the football or you run it. The balance in this offense, based on how they play him, I think is big today.
Yeah, and that's what you got to do as a defense. Sometimes you double team him, sometimes you play zone. Mix it up, give different looks, because he is a guy. He's shown the ability to burn your defense and make big plays.
Leaves it with the back. And I think they'll give him 2 on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up. You guys have both played in rivalry games, so what did you do to keep yourself locked in during that week of preparation, David?
Well, you try to keep your emotions in check, but it's really...
Turning it on! Nice pickup on the ground there. They'll move the sticks with the first down.
Man, who says you can't run up the middle anymore, right? Everybody thinks, I got to make big plays. I got to go way out to the left, way out to the right, way out in space. Nope, right down the middle. Nice blocking. How about the running?
And the defense picks up a sack, getting the quarterback down at the 44. Well, this offense giveth, and then it turned around and giveth it back.
And I think a bunch of people are going to go, why don't they just turn around and hand the ball off? I'm not going to hand the ball off every single play. I understand nice big play, the play before, but listen, you got to mix it up. You got to keep them guessing, but you obviously want to have a little more success than the sack.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. Time running out, and he goes down at the 34. Syracuse will send out the punt team. They'll boot it into the night sky for the first time. Makes a nice grab at the 25. That nifty return sets up the offense and negates some of the yardage on the punt. Opening play of the drive from the 39. The give out of the gun. Got enough for the first down. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
And they have got a weapon in this offense right there at running back. This dude is tremendous. And you think about Franco Harris, you think about Kajana Carter.
He lofts it high and deep down the left side. Makes a grab on the shot. They're able to keep him out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 2 after the big play in the passing game. The big explosive play put him right on the edge, and he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Penn State!
One thing this team has shown early this year, it does not take them long to find their footing. They get off to fast starts. That was critical for them, winning their first game, and you've seen it here in this one too. They show up ready to go. There's no sleepwalking. I think you got to give this coaching staff a ton of credit for putting their players in good positions to have success.
The Orange have the ball back and ready to go to work. They haven't exactly burst out of the starting blocks, and they need to get something together with this possession. Looking to throw on first down. Throws to the wideout. Complete to the right. Good call, good execution as they move the chains, and they have a first down at the 38. We've reached a break, and Penn State is on top. And they were able to build that lead into double figures. Let's take a quick look at our early stats before we move on. They've got a first down here to open the period. Out of the gun, the inside handoff, looking for a crease. And this one will be stopped for no gain. Man, what a spectacular play by that defensive end to come up with the tackle there.
And you see those guys get off the football so fast. Most of these guys are 250 to 275 pounds, but they get off the ball fast, low. And the offensive linemen, they have no chance to stop those guys as quick and as fast as they are.
You complete some of these hitch throws early, you're setting up the hitch and go. Later on, you can pump fake that, and then the receiver can pirouette right up the sideline. That might be a home run play for the offense.
Got it set up on the outside. They'll finally drag him down, but not before he gets it to the 40, and it's a first down. Syracuse has a really nice drive going. Looking to throw on first down. Each brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up. Plenty of work to do here on second and long. Back to pass. Looking down the middle. Just flying through the air like a superhero to make the grab. Syracuse ready to go to work with another first down. They'll send the back in motion. Takes the easy throw in the flat. They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
Lost to fire on second down. Lets it go to the end zone. And he's got it. Touchdown, Cuse. Big time touchdown there to get some much needed momentum.
You got to find something, right? Who are you going to go to make that big play to get you back into it? You're not back in it yet. It's not tied. You're not there yet, but you're starting to inch back into it and get some momentum going.
14, Syracuse.
On the run from inside his own 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. The Nittany Lions going back to work on offense now. They're going to open. Makes the grab. He's got enough for the first down. They'll spot it at the 37.
You know, tight ends are such matchup nightmares and problems for defense. They're too big for DBs to cover, and they're too fast for linebackers to cover. They saw it right there.
And they pick up just a few on that completion. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down.
Now, I know it seems like an easy pitch and catch, but for the tight end there, that route potentially changes if it's man coverage. So good job by him knowing it's zone. I'm just going to sit down. This is basically like a check down, right? Let's just take the easy pitch and catch to keep this drive going.
They've got some work to do on this third and long from the 40. From the gun, wants to pass. What a job to lay out and make the catch.
Man, I love those guys that are willing to put their body on the line, and he does it right here, man. Just lays out. That ball's coming in. You can see it.
There he goes. Bulldozes his way through. They finally wrestle down the senior, but not before he picks up some valuable ground. The Nittany Lions pounded the rock to move the sticks. Now back to work. They'll ride the hot hand. They'll pick up 4, second and 6 coming.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out.
Going for it all. And they can't hook up. Going for the big play on second down. Now it's third down.
Well, tip your hat to the defense getting that incompletion because that hasn't happened often for this guy. Completed over 70% of his throws last week.
And the defense gets home and makes a play at the 37-yard line. We've reached the 2-minute timeout. We've got a tight one, and they'll try to build on the lead before going to the locker room. And they'll have to settle for a field goal try. This is going to have to be unleashed from 54 yards out. And he had just enough to will that one home. And that lead grows even bigger. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Gets the back moving. Trying to start the drive with a pass. He's got him in the flat. He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one. Second down, they'll go to the air. He lets it fly. Pulls it in down the middle. Turning on the Jets. Slippery slide. Find his way and ran away from the crowd into the end zone. Touchdown, Orange.
And I tell you what, that passing touchdown, man, that should spark this whole team. Like, the comeback is more than on now. Like, they got the touchdown. They cut into the lead. You want to get a stop and go into the half, get all the juices, all the excitement, and be like, listen, the passing game's rolling. We got this. The comeback's in full effect.
And he's able to pick his way through the traffic nicely for a good return on that one before he's brought down. They take over late in the half, enough time to put together a drive. Unloads to the wideout. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down. Second down coming.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
One of the things that makes this quarterback so dangerous is how accurate he can be when he's on the run. And he's a guy that's looking to throw. He's not looking to take off himself. Showed you that accuracy on that play to get the first.
And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down.
Well, that looked like it was going to be a completion, but how about the defender making the hit and forcing the incompletion?
Wants to throw again. Hauls it in. Good pickup, a little bit short of the sticks.
The defense playing zone coverage there. They're taking away all of the QB's primary options down the field, so he has to check it down to the drag running underneath.
On third and short, they'll go to the power running game. They've got the first down, mark it at the 26 in the waning seconds of the half. The Nittany Lions kept this drive moving on the ground, now back to work. Setting up the screen. Oh, he's got some space. Headed to the end zone. Touchdown, Nittany Lions. A great catch and run for 6.
And they trust their QB to execute like they have the whole first half, and he delivers, and they build on this lead and build their momentum going into halftime.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Syracuse offense heads back onto the field. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Wants to throw on first down. Finds his man. It's Stokes. He's down to the 38-yard line, and they can stop the clock. Trying to get more points on the board before the break. Wants to go up top on first down. At midfield, he's got room. He's into plus territory, knocked out of bounds after the nice game. Mark it at the 47.
Great job, too, by the QB there. Holding the ball as long as possible, allowing the pass rush to get upfield, and at the very last second, getting it to his guy so that he can go get the first down.
You hear about shot plays all the time. Offensive coordinators love to take deep shots down the field. They plan them. They plan when they're going to do them, and I bet you we're playing to see if you
just can't pull the trigger, and the quarterback is sacked at the 41. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play. Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. He stopped short, and it's fourth down.
Now, fourth down.
One more play before the teams head to the locker rooms. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Almost certainly time for just one more play, so why not give it a go on fourth down? He'll off one deep down the left side. Incomplete. They took a shot to wrap up the half and came up empty. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Man, great energy in that building. There always is when these two get together. And a fun first half between these rivals.
The Nittany Lions will line up to kick off and start the second half. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Orange have the ball back and ready to go to work. Maybe adjustments or attitude adjustments. They've got to find a way to run the ball at least some here in the second half.
I do think you said something that's important. I think running the football is an attitude. Like, it starts with the offensive lineman and being physical, having a nasty attitude. Running back, same thing. I think they need more of that in the second half.
You know, and I think even if you're this defense, you have an opportunity to make a statement here. Yeah, I know you guys went in at halftime and you riled yourselves up and you told yourself that you think you can run the ball on us on this very...
And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19.
This offense has to do a better job protecting their quarterback. They're already down 2 possessions. You know the pass has to come at some point, but they got to keep him clean. They can't get behind the sticks consistently. They've got to start to narrow this gap.
On third and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. And here comes the pressure, and there he goes down again. Syracuse will be forced to punt. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. Makes a move. That's a perfect example of not settling for a fair catch. Pick up whatever yardage you can and help out the offense. This offense has it with really good field position. They go to the ground. Breaks into the open. Just what this offense was looking for. Sets him up at the 26 with the first down. When your best is demanded on a big stage like this against a rival, he has delivered, cracking the 150-yard mark.
No doubt about it. What do we say? Big-time players make big plays in big games. The games don't get bigger than this for this team right here, and this guy, David, has shown up today.
And it's so nice as a coach to have that dude that you know you can count on. He'll put up big numbers, and he's been carrying this offense.
I think that time offensively, we're just trying to take what the defense is giving you, right? They're playing zone coverage. You got your big fella just working right over the ball. It's an easy pitch and catch. Just take the profit, and let's keep going.
That will be enough to move the chains and give them a first down in the red zone at the 14. The Nittany Lions are flying down the field. Right back to the well. They get him down, but he was driving his way and gets it down to the 7-yard line. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical. They're trying to stay on the field.
Quick pass to the left, trying to get it to the marker. Absolutely nowhere to go as this defense makes a third down stop. So the offense is going to go for it on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Caught near the sticks. It's Gilliam. Touchdown, Penn State! They get it into the end zone to pay off that opportunity. Now they've got a little breathing room. They are in firm control of this game, guys, but you never want to let up in a rivalry game.
Because it only takes one play. We know how much of a factor momentum can be in these types of rivalry games, David, so this game's still far from over.
And this is where my leadership and my experience comes into play. When you got guys that have been through these fires, been through these rivalry games, you know the swings happen quick. Now you got to swing it back your way.
The give on the option. Turning it on. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks.
When you talk about creating big plays in the running game like this makes the game really easy. Actually, when you've got a guy like this that you can hand it to with this much speed and elusiveness, just hard to bring down in the open field. What a big game for the offense.
They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking downfield on first down. It's complete to the left. Down to the 32 and out of bounds right there. The Orange with a ton of options available on second and short. Making sure they have good balance, keeping it on the ground. Stop is made at the 22, a 10-yard pickup and a first down just outside the red zone. They moved the chains on the ground last time. Let's see if they try to hit him up top. They'll give it to him again. They'll put the brakes on him at the 21, give him a yard.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
They'll run it out of the shot. chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it. Third down, and this offense is already in a world of trouble. They could really use a conversion, not to mention multiple scores. Here's a heat. And here's a fumble way behind the line. And the defense jumps on it, and they get that turnover.
Well, defenses get excited when they see the quarterback in an empty backfield like that. They know, hey, if I'm not going to have to beat a running back or a tight end to get there, if I get to him, I might have an opportunity to knock this thing loose, and that's exactly what happened for the defense.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Wants to go up top. Quick completion on the out. They were able to get him stopped just shy of the first down marker. And the Nittany Lions come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep this drive moving. Trying to pick it up on the ground. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The Nittany Lions come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Motion from the wideout. Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. Got enough for the first, and he's still going. Oh, what a big play for this offense as they get it to the 33-yard line.
First down for the offense.
No question they wanted to get the ball to their playmakers, and both receivers have come up big through 3.
31, Syracuse, 14.
As we start the 4th quarter, it'll take a pretty sizable comeback to win this one. They'll go back to work with a first down in the final period. To the air on first down. Caught over the middle. It's Denmark. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
Man, it's so important when you play QB. I got to know when to put some air on it, and I got to know when to rocket that thing in there. Work in the middle of the field. He knew he needed the rocket. Threw it in there. Great job, great catch.
Fired just a little too long as the junior frustrated. He missed that connection. Coming to the line of scrimmage at the 30. It would be a long field goal, but they'd love to pick up a few here on 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Got his man to the left. Right on the money with that throw. The defense was there, but they are in the red zone with a first down at the 12. The Nittany Lions have taken it inside the 20. He's tackled right at the 10-yard line, and they're trying to cash in on this drive. Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. Looking to fire. Bought a little time, lets it go. Just too much mustard on that one. Can't miss the target that badly. They'd love to pick up this 3rd down and get a fresh set with 1st and goal. On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Oh, and he dropped it. He had a touchdown right in his hands and couldn't hang on. It'll be 4th down. And for the 2nd time tonight, they'll trot out the field goal kicker. Good, right down the boulevard. And now the lead is extended a little further.
And they just tack on more points to this big lead. Listen, 4th quarter was sitting extremely pretty. All we got to do, not give up big plays, make them earn everything they get the rest this way, and we looking pretty good.
The Syracuse offense heads back onto the field. And the fumble on that last drive could have been much worse, David.
They bailed him out. They held him to a field goal, so that's the good news. Now this offense has to get it going. Forget about the fumble, Jesse. Move on. Be positive.
And they're upset with themselves, too. They're an offense that pride themselves on ball security. Let's see what they do right here.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Plows through the defense. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play.
So many playmakers, so much speed in college football, so many big plays after the catch. Not in this instance. The defense did a great job reacting to the throw, getting there in a hurry, and making sure he didn't get any yards after that catch.
3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Fires on the move. Can't make the connection on 3rd down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's 4th down. No hesitation at all. The offense stays on the field. They'll go for it. Got his man. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they have a 1st down at the 43. We thought we might see some of this. They'll go to the Wildcat formation here. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Pocket breaking down. Bought a little time, lets it go. It falls incomplete. How about the trickeration on 1st down that just goes awry? So now it's 2nd and long. They just keep firing. This time it's complete.
You just get the feeling this defense is going to make it hard on them, right? They've got the lead. It's late, and they're going to try to tackle everybody inbounds. Offense is going to have to really work for this and be smart. You got to attack the sidelines. You got to throw 1st downs. You got to keep this thing moving.
Can't find a man, and he'll be knocked down at the 40. Down by multiple possessions. You can't come up empty on this drive. They'll go for it on 4th down. He puts a lot of air under it down the sideline. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. And that decision will be questioned for a while. They want that clock to run. Gets it past the marker. He's all the way down to the 27-yard line, and they are threatening. 1st down here for the offense. Might as well give it to him again. They make the stop, give him 3 yards on the carry. Ball's at the 24.
And I know you can play these late game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position, you're in a great position to salt this clock away and get it done.
And the defense had that one well covered, just a short gain there.
Guys out in the backfield now, it's not just run the ball downhill anymore. You got to be versatile. I got to be able to trust you in the pass game, and I got to be.
He'll take a shot. And good coverage there to knock it away and deny the score.
Once you start to get down here towards the goal line, it's so much more difficult to throw the football. You really want to stretch the defense sideline to sideline and use your speed and take advantage of the grass when you see it. They try to take a little bit of a shot down the field unsuccessfully. Nice job by this defense.
They spun that wheel of fortune on 4th down and come up bankrupt. Fires to the wideout. Grabbed in the middle. It's Stokes. And he surges up to the 36-yard line, and they'll move the chains.
And as soon as the receiver caught the ball, you saw the quarterback start communicating to his teammates what the next play was going to be because they're now changing the tempo and going fast.
They've got it at the 36. It's a 1st and 10. He's got an open man. There he goes. Touchdown, Syracuse. He broke away from the defense, and they couldn't catch him.
The one thing you know about this offense, they're going to keep fighting, right? They're down on the scoreboard right now, but they're trying everything they can. Nice job there, finding a way to score that touchdown. And listen, we've seen crazier things happen before in college football. This thing ain't over until there's zeros on the clock.
Few anxious moments there, but the hands team true to its name as they make the grab and get the ball. Penn State sends the offense back onto the field. They've got it back after that last drive stalled out, and they were stopped on 4th down, David.
Yeah, and they put a little bit of a drive together, but, Jesse, they stalled on the other side of the field, and they got to find a way to keep that momentum going as they get closer to the end zone.
I agree. I do like their mindset, though, and I think they need to continue being aggressive moving forward in this game.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down. Trying to pick up a 1st down. Now the play fake. Throws to the wideout. And it's intercepted, maybe breathing a little life into this team. Down to the 36-yard line and some nifty moves to try to make a big play on the interception. So the offense, more than happy with the result of the play, will decline the penalty. Power football with the run. And he's stuffed by that big defensive tackle up front. The hurry up now, second down, clock ticking. Back to pass. Fires to the big fella. Boy, that was a precision play all the way around. Throw, catch, tackle, bang, bang, bang. On third and long, trying to have a big completion here. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete and fourth down's coming. No signs of any kind of kickers. They'll leave the offense out there to try to move those chains. A deep throw as the clock winds down. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. And they are stopped on fourth down. That decision will be questioned. Out of the gun, they'll run it inside. A solid pickup there before the defense is able to make the stop. No reason to do anything here except keep it on the ground on 2nd and 5. Wants to go up top. Makes the grab on the left. He's got enough for the first down, and that ought to do it. They ought to be able to run out the clock from here. Looks like the offense will just take a knee. No matter how much college football changes, realignment, all of that kind of stuff, rivalries are consistent